Neuschwanstein Castle and the surrounding village are magical in mid-November. The crowds of tourists are gone, patches of snow dot the ground, and hints of Christmas are in the air. Should you go in the winter? Absolutely, as long as you keep some things in mind. Our main winter tip: embrace the off-season. Tess and I took a private double-decker bus from the international airport in Memmingen direct to Füssen. We didn't pay for a private bus, we were just the only 2 people on it this time of year, which was pretty fun. We arrived around 4 on a Friday in mid-November, so the sun was already setting. We didn't want to waste a minute of light, so we kept our backpacks on, whipped out our cameras, and got exploring. Golden hour of our lives. Found a deer in a coat. The mountains behind me. We've got like a full moon tonight. We are loving it here. It's beautiful. Made it to our hostel. We are staying in the Rose Room tonight in 2 separate beds. Interesting theming. We're gonna get warmer and go get some food. Part of embracing the off-season is accepting that many restaurants and cafes are closed for the winter. But that doesn't mean they'll update their hours on Google Maps, so be prepared to walk to a few different spots. Once we found a Bavarian place that was actually open, we settled in for some Kaiserschmarrn, schnitzel, and the best beer of our lives. We left extremely full and ready to rest up for the big day ahead. 7 in the morning, about 0 degrees Celsius, and we are bundled up and ready to go see Neuschwanstein Castle Palace today.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just had about the coziest morning ever at the Bahnhof.
Ryan said, and I agree, that this is probably the peak moment of our lives thus far.
Thus far. Buttered pretzel, espresso.
A view of the mountains.
A view of the mountains.
It's already decorated for Christmas.
The bakery
making it uber cozy.
Uber cozy. We're waiting for the bus that'll be all...
I don't know. That's kind of Spanish German. Are you sure we shouldn't be by these other people?
Yeah, we need to find our bus and stop messing around. We took the 15-minute bus ride from Füssen station to Neuschwanstein. We got free bus passes from our hostel, but I'm sure the fare would have been pretty cheap anyway.
How's for paying?
It's the frostiest penny machine I've ever seen.
Once again, perfect, but I think we need to find another adjective. Ooh, my skin could stick to that.
We're walking about straight uphill right now. This is not the path to the castle. This is the path to, it's called Mary's Bridge in English.
Mariensbrücke.
Yes, thank you, Tess. We've seen a bunch of signs saying, closed, it's closed, it's closed. We need to see for ourselves. So we'll see what we run into once we get up there. And whether or not it's just a little rope we can, you know, jump and zing over. No one's there. That was stressful.
No one's in the booth. There are fresh footprints. The store is open. I think we can and should. I mean, we came all the way here.
Yeah, let's just not get caught.
Oh, it's a little scary though. Oh, so worth it. Oh my god. The time of year to come is when you're not supposed to come because then no one is here. Also, there are gaps in the bridge and there is some ice and snow. So yeah, it is a little scary, especially with how steep of a drop it is.
The boards shook a little bit. I mean, the door I think would be closed if it was true peril, but I don't love it, and I'm ready to be done, I think.
I'm proud he made it across the bridge.
As we crossed back through a little gap in the barbed wire, a tour bus let out, and they could see our treachery. But I don't know if anybody followed us.
Thanks for letting us be sneaky, Germany, and I hope you'll still let us back.
There's like 90 minutes to our tour, so maybe we're a bit early, but now we can just enjoy the view. Tess! Is it safe?
Oh yeah, it's totally fine. But if it would have rolled down the mountain.
Yeah, it was close. We can't say enough how appreciative we are of the absolutely perfect weather and the off season. Look at this trail ahead of us. We've had this place nearly to ourselves. It's really quite incredible. Another note about Mary's Bridge, I checked their website after the fact, and they often close the bridge with little warning in the winter because of weather. So if Mary's Bridge is a must-see for you, maybe pick a different season to travel there. We bought tickets for our tour of the castle about 3 weeks ahead of time. I would buy them at least that far out because even in the off-season, they had almost sold out by the time we purchased ours. Now, Tess and I read some stuff online about how some people think touring the inside is not worth it. We heartily disagree. It is a short tour, and it is €20 each, but it's very cool, and it really feels like completing the experience of visiting Neuschwanstein. You can't use cameras on the tour, but you can use them in the gift shop. So Tess is showing you what we saw. There are tons of beautiful paintings on the walls, and the throne room is gorgeous. Plus, Ludwig was completely bats, so the tour helps explain why this place even exists. So instead of taking the free city bus back, we opted for a 5-kilometer hike, and I think this is looking a bit better than the bus ride this morning. I mean, Ludwig hit the fairy tale vibes. Imagine you're hiking through the mountains for miles and then through the trees and you see that. So cool. Our hike led us to Lechfall. It's a pretty spot and mentioned a lot on guides to Füssen. If you've got a full day in town, it's cool to see, but I'd say don't stress about fitting it into a busy schedule if there are other places you want to go. It's getting later into the evening, but we're deciding to be a little crazy, a little ambitious, and we are going to walk to Austria. We're gonna hike all the way there. We're gonna cross an entire border. I mean, it might take a while, but I'll let you know when we get there.
We're about to cross the border into Austria. Do you want to see our marker as to how we know? Roll, and also this itty bitty sign. Let's do it. Do you hear that? Ryan, you have to check this out.
Okay. We got dizzy, so we came back to Germany.
It's a little crazy over there. I don't know how the Austrians do it.
I don't know how they do it. Following our cross-country adventure, we spent sunset walking around some parts of Füssen we hadn't seen yet. After a beautiful walk and, no joke, a 10-minute long serenade by the church bells at 5, we were hankering for a treat.
I don't know what Ryan got.
I don't even know what this treat is called.
I don't even know how you eat it, really, but... Well, it said on the front, it's like Schneeballers.
Schneeballers?
It's good. Chocolate and like a big ball of pastry.
Schneeball trauma, I believe. That's how you say this in German. Now it's time for our second Bavarian meal. This place was slightly more expensive than our previous night. Most Bavarian dinners in Füssen seem to run in the 20 to 30 euro a person tier. Rich, massive pans of spätzle and hot amarettos with cream were the perfect way to send off a spectacular day at Neuschwanstein. Tomorrow we'll be taking the train back to Memmingen as the bus didn't leave early enough for our flight. We got up at like 5:30. Our train's at 6:20, which is in like 10 minutes. Then a plane to Malaga. Then a something back to Cordoba. We don't know yet. It's a big day of travel. Now we just gotta hope it's on time because we have like a 5-minute connection at our next station. If it does work out, then we should show up kind of early to Memmingen and we should be able to get to a bakery.
I think I need to have one more pretzel before I leave Germany.
quiet, and we want to warm up with a cup of coffee. Holy cow.
My best friend since kindergarten is a first-generation German-American. She told us to try the butter pretzels. Shout out, Mona. I love you, and I'm a little bit mad at you because now that we've had this, I'm not going to be able to think about anything else, and nothing is probably ever going to compare except for your mom's pretzel rolls. It's the secret to life right there.
This is amazing. So good. So happy. This is the damage. It's probably the most fun you can have in 2 hours in Germany. Legally, we have to go. I think we probably spent something like €25, but it was amazing. It's delicious. And we don't want to leave.
I found my favorite sign, but I think I like them in Switzerland better because the bigger person's a man and the smaller person's a girl. So it's reversed in Switzerland, and we said it looks like me and Ryan walking. So how's it feel, Ryan?
Feels good to have hired my own private airline to take us back and forth from Spain to Germany. It's good to have your name on the plane. Hustle harder, make money. This is what it can get you.
So that about wraps it all up. Neuschwanstein is beautiful in the winter, and we'd highly recommend going. If you want to see our full itinerary with maps of all our walks and links to where we ate and stayed, sign up for our newsletter by sending us an email to tnrfortravel@gmail.com. We'll send you a copy of our completely free Neuschwanstein trip itinerary, plus lots of fun travel updates from Tess and I and Tombo and Gigi. Enjoy your trip to Germany. Until next time, I'm Ryan, my wife is Tess, and together we're TNR for Travel.